Welcome to One Chemistry. Always try to do your best. Now, let us see about 100 conversion in organic chemistry. We are seeing it as episodes. This is the episode number 108. If you didn't watch previous episodes, I encourage you to go and see. Here, we solve 5 problems step by step. Stay tuned. Let us see the question number 1. Question number 1 contains conjugated heat. You are reacting with nitrogen and sodium ethoxide and ethanol. In the next step, you are using titanium tetrachloride and water. Here, 4 products are given. 4 products have new CC bond formation and the carbonyl group possibility or alcohol possibility or what happened to nitro, whether it converted into amine or not. So, from the reactant to product, you might guess reagent selectivity is important. And when you look at titanium tetrachloride and NO2, you might guess it's a one naming reaction. The answer is A. Let us see how. The starting metal you are having nitroethane. You are using the base. So what happened? The base abstract the proton. You have the negative charge there. So the anion is formed. The anion is organic anion. So it's always soft. It will undergo 1 plus 2 addition or Michael addition. It's a very important point. So it attacked the 4th position. So 1,4 addition happened. You have anion formation. Then the anion is quenched by methyl alcohol. So anion quenched with hydrogen. Next step you are using titanium tetrachloride. You have NO2 and titanium tetrachloride. You might guess it's a Neff reaction. Neff reaction converts NO2 into CO. So CNO2, the functional group, one functional group converted into carbonyl there. So it's a Neff reaction, very important conversion. So the answer is clearly A. Here you have to learn 2 important things. One is organic nucleophile. Organic nucleophile is very soft, it always undergo 1 plus 2 addition. Second thing is Neff reaction. Neff reaction converts unimaginable CNO2 into CO. Then the question number 2. The starting metal is a bicyclic system which is attached with He2 and N2. You are using the light and methanol. They ask you to find the product. The product is all methoxylated one or the ring contraction with methoxylation or you are having the COMe 5-member ring or just a ring expansion or just a removal of bridged carbon with COOMe. From the reactant functional group CO and N2 you might guess it's a naming reaction. And definitely the ring contraction possibility should be discussed here. The answer is C. Let us see how. The starting metal you are having also compound with carbonyl. So it's a kind of Wolff rearrangement precursors. The reactant should be proceeded to the rearrangement. So N2 can be eliminated easily because of the N triple bond in formation. So we rearrange the charges to get it up. So we have the anion formation. The anion is there, it has to be quenched. It can be quenched by attacking of one carbon to the third carbon. So the migration happened, the methylene group migrates, you have 1,3 bond formation. At the same time 1,2 bond formation. Here many things occur at same time concerted way. One is ketene formation, another is N2 elimination. So 1,2 bond breaks, 1,3 bond form. So it forms 5-member ring which is ring contraction. Then you are attacking with methanol. Methanol attacking on carbonyl carbon, you have the ester there which is answer C. Here you have to learn 2 important things. One is nitrogen. Then if you have N2, you always think of it as a leaving group. You have to proceed the reaction to elimination of N2. Then the Wolff rearrangement. Wolff rearrangement always occur with the migration of opposite group which is to quench the charges there. Here rearrangement occur, ring contraction happen. Then the question number 3. The starting metal you have ethane attached with many groups, both side phenyl and deuterated hydrogen, and you have selenium phenyl. So you are using peroxide, they ask you to find the product. The products are like alkene with 2-phenyl which is cis or trans, or what happened to deuterium? Deuterium is there or not, which is in cis or trans. So the question is really about the configuration there and the fate of the selenium, how the selenium is removed from the system. The answer is C. Let us see how. The starting metal you are having selenium, you are using peroxide. Selenium kind of metallic behavior. It's like metal, it always absorbs the oxygen. So it is oxidized by hydrogen peroxide, you have selenium oxide. So you have selenium oxide and hydrogen. You have to always think of selenium oxide elimination. So it is like methanol elimination, it's a selenium oxide elimination. It is like PHSEOH elimination. It's like thiol, so it's kind of phenol analog. So PHSEOH elimination. The important point here you have to notice is selenium oxide elimination is syn elimination. If you look at selenium and hydrogen, both are syn to each other. If you look at phenyl, both are anti to each other. So we need only syn, it's already there. So if you remove it, you have phenyl which is on trans position. If you redraw nicely, you have phenyl at trans with deuterium, which is answer C there. Here you have to learn two important things. One is selenium oxide elimination. Selenium oxide elimination is like oxidation of selenium and its abstraction of proton. Selenium oxide eliminated as PHSEOH. It's kind of phenol analog. Second thing is selenium oxide elimination is the syn elimination. If the reactants are not in the syn fashion, you have to redraw to syn and identify the product here. Then the question number 4. The starting metal you have two heterosystems fused together. One is kind of pyridine, another is 5-member nitrogen ring kind of indole. Both are aromatic. The whole system is aromatic. There you are using two different reagents. They ask you to find the product. First one you are using methyl iodide and heating. Second one you are using sodium hydride and methyl iodide. Here the possible answers are given. Possible answers are which N get methylated, or ring is methylated, or which ring will methylate. The N plus, the quaternaries are formed at first ring, second ring, or the nitrogen, first nitrogen, second nitrogen. So the question is really about where the methylation occurs. The answer is B. Let us see how. The starting metal you are having two nitrogen and ring. You are reacting with methyl iodide. Methyl iodide methyl in the positive charge, where it will attack always with high electron density. The methyl will attack nitrogen with lone pair because it doesn't involve in the aromaticity. So the lone pair is always available. So methyl attack the nitrogen lone pair there. So N methylation happened at X case. But what happened in the second reagent? If you use sodium hydroxide always remove acidic proton, which is the nitrogen proton there. NH proton is acidic because it attached with electronegative hydrogen. So deprotonation occurred with nitrogen there. So negative charge is formed. You are attacking with methyl iodide means the charge has to be constant. It is a N methylation happens there. So clearly the product is B. First one is N methylation on 6 member. Second product is N methylation on 5 member. Here you have to learn two important things. You have to guess whether the lone pair is involved in aromaticity or not. If it is involved, the reaction will be different. Here in pyridine architecture, the lone pair don't participate. So the first one N methylation happened at pyridine. The second one, if you think of it, it is all about acidic hydrogen. So hydrogen attached with nitrogen is acidic. It will be removed there. Then the question number 5. The starting metal is toluene, meaning the two phenyls are in the cis position in the ethylene. You are using the light and cyclohexane. It might be solvent. Then you are using iodine and air. Here 4 products are given. The products are like ring closed one, kind of phenandrine or anthracene. There are some cases without aromaticity or hydrogenated one. So if you look at 4 products, the product is all about ring closure because the reactant is open ring, the product is closed one, and the aromaticity. So you have to clearly understand that the question is really about ring closure and the nature of aromaticity. The answer is A. Let us see how. The starting metal you have toluene and you have metal double bond. So there is a possibility of ring closure by the photochemical or pericyclic reaction. So you are using light, it has 4n plus 2 reaction. So it is a Kahn rotation. If you rotate in the Kahn way, you have end up with the anti-hydrogen. So the hydrogens are in the anti and the ring is closed there. But the ring is not gained aromaticity. Next step you have to use iodine in air. So iodine is the oxidizing agent. So it oxidizes the system by removing hydrogen. You have the aromaticity. You have the phenandrine there, which is answer A. Here the driving force for that one is aromaticity because aromaticity creates stability to the system. So the answer is clearly A. Here you have to learn two important things. One is about pericyclic reaction. You have to count how many electrons are involved in the reaction. Here it is 4n plus 2, which is 6 pi electrons are here. So the reaction you are using light, so it's a Kahn rotation there. Second step, iodine. Iodine, most of the people don't know, it is a good oxidizing agent. That's all from this episode. I hope it was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, comment below. Stay tuned for next episode.